Hello and welcome to Devon, England. This is Dunkeswell. It's hard to imagine how this once quaint little village was the only American Navy airbase in England in World War II. But it's true. The Americans chose this village as it was in the perfect position to bomb the U-boats coming in from afar. No one was allowed into the village other than those who lived here. Every entrance to the village was guarded, and it was teeming with American troops. Pictured here are some of the men queuing up to phone home outside what was once a post office. Wings and Wheels is an annual event organised by South West Airfield Heritage Trust, designed to keep alive the memory of these men who never made it home. Hats off to them, and chocks away.
He was a famous trumpet man from our Chicago way. He had a boogie style no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft, but then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, blowing reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. It made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next thing the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot to the altitude, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing rhythm. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He is a bad boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he's as boozy as a bluesy bee. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, he blows it 8 to the bar. He can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing rhythm. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie
sound. What a rare sight. This has been brought to you this afternoon, Wings and Wheels by South West Airfield's Heritage Trust.
The whole 40s world that goes...
Huge underground thing.
Wow.
It's massive.
First you say hello, then you get mellow. Must be lazy, gotta be crazy. Once you get started, this is what'll happen to you.
He's just sold me 3 pairs of pyjamas. Because, that's what a girl's going to have. Right, now I'm off. Thanks very much.
Are you with these guys?
No. I'm got a little stall down there.
Selling what?
Just like vintage style clothing.
Oh, can I have a look?
Photograph by prisoner of war Angelo Spinelli. The POWs received Clim milk in their Red Cross parcels. In the Great Escape Camp, they actually used the empty tins and joined them together to make a ventilation duct into the tunnels, so they could get fresh air to the tunnel diggers. But to use it as a painting medium, you take the powdered milk and dilute it with different amounts of water, so have milk at different concentrations, paint it onto blotting paper, and then cook it in the oven. And depending on the concentration of the milk, it will colour to a different degree when I cook it.
And that's how you did that?
And that's how I produce that.
And this is...
That's poppy seeds. Which is the poppy seeds is just literally about the density of seeds. So I use the varnish to apply the seeds, sprinkle the seeds over, and then use more varnish to seal it.
And the boots?
And the boots is made from 70-year-old boot polish, so it's a monoprint. So I roll the polish out onto a glass plate, lay the paper face down and draw the image onto the back of the paper and print the boot polish through.
How long have you been doing this?
Since about 2006.
And what's that lovely little tin with the...
So it's just
Did you do that?
yeah, just the solid fuel that they use to cook out on operations nowadays. It just uses that, makes that smeeching, staining on the back of the tin. So I've just scratched into it with a blunt knife. Just to,
So tell me about this one.
So Commanding Officer Hancock was the Commanding Officer on Western Island Airfield, and the parish notice board came from the parish of Western Island, and when new ones were made, I'd saved the old one, which had a few rusty pins in it, which gave me the idea of kind of creating a dot matrix portrait out of rusty pins and nails.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up, then he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, I'm blowing reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. It made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next thing the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-toot, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing rhythm. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
And I'm not sure we do, but we just do. We think highly of you as a nation and as a people, and I'm honored to be here today. And I'm doubly honored that you're taking the time to remember the sacrifice and service of American servicemen that were over here 70 years ago, serving here as we all work together to fight tyranny. Also 70 years ago in 1943, Roosevelt and Churchill met in Casablanca.
How long have you lived here, Ivor?
All my life.
Oh. You told me that when you were a kid you'd get in the American Air Force jeeps on the airfield and drive them around.
Yes, it was massive big one, like a little bit, but we didn't actually try them, just got in and played about with it. We weren't old enough to drive them around.